Morning voice. This is Nagendra Prasad, TGT English from TTW URJC Boys Timlayapalam. Day 18 Spoken English. Today, in our previous class, we learned asking suggestions from others. In this class, we are going to learn giving advices to our friends. The following are the basic formats, means structures to start a sentence of giving advice. If you want to give advice to your friends, you need to follow there are some structures out there. If you learn those structures, you can give advices clearly and correctly. Let me give some structures. I think you should. You can start a sentence while giving advice. I think you should dash dash dash. Let me give some examples on this. I think you should go home early. Suppose one of your friends came to you and he's staying at your home and both you are playing. It's getting dark. Then you give advice to him. I think you should go home early. And you visit one of your relatives who has been suffering some disease ailment. Then you give an advice of, I think you should take medicines regularly. You should try to learn English every day. It's one of the advices. Second format, why don't you dash 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 dash. You can also give advices by beginning the sentence with the why don't you. Why don't you join an English club? Yeah, it's wonderful advice. Why don't you come early daily? One of your friends comes to school late regularly. Then you have to give an advice to him. Why don't you come early? The third format, if I were you, I would. It's one of the different advices in a different way of giving advice. If I were you, I would help the poor. It means please help the poor. That is the advice. If I were you, I'd call her to the party. Suppose she's also one of your friends, but your friend forgot to call her, then you have to give advice like this also. There are some more formats. Let me give fourth one. I suggest you. This is a beautiful advice. I suggest that you take a nap. For example, one of your friends feels sleepless or feel tidy, then you can give the suggestion, I suggest you take a nap. And you'd better wake up early. Just please, children, identify, notice the pronunciation. You would, or you had. We can pronounce it as you'd. You'd better wake up early. This is advice for the children. Fifth one. How about and V4 or what about plus V4. V4 is equal to verb plus ing form. I write the same here without V4. How about or what about. If you want to propose, if you want to suggest, we can use it. What about having a cup of coffee with me? Suppose you want to invite your friend to have a cup of coffee. It's a suggestion because it's a rainy day, seems very cool. Then you can ask him. How about going to the cinema? It's also one of advices or offer. It's a proposal. It comes under the category of proposal also. Sixth one and last one. It might be a good idea. Let don't you think? Don't you think it would be a good idea to have a picnic this Sunday? Yes, absolutely. If it is Sunday, you are free, you can go to picnic. Okay. And next example. It might be a good idea not to go out unnecessarily during this COVID time. Everywhere COVID, corona patients are increasing day by day. Then why should we go out? Just take care. Okay, now some more examples on the same different formats. You may want to try on this t-shirt. It's one of the advices. Perhaps you could take an umbrella with you. It seems raining, suppose. I strongly advise you to do more workout for good health. I recommended that you get some rest. It's better for you to sleep a little more. Let's have dinner. Children, try to practice all these sentences. Repeat after another at least 5 times each sentence for better practice and acquire knowledge. Okay. Uh, Giving advices are complete. Then, if anybody gives you an advice, what will you do? You have to accept that suggestion. So, how can we accept it? Look, thanks, I'll do it. Thanks, I'll do it. It sounds good. That sounds like a good idea. Thanks, it's a good suggestion. I think you are right. Why don't I think of that? These are the accepting suggestions. So now you want to reject or not accepting the suggestions, refusing the suggestions. Sorry, the spelling of suggestion is here wrong. Suggestions. Okay. No, I'd rather not. I don't think so. I don't feel like it. No, I don't think it's a good idea. What a bad idea. All these are the expressions of refusing suggestions. Okay, friends. I hope all you understand and I request you practice all these well at your VLCs and develop, improve your spoken skills.